Starts now.
ITheir TV Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the morning news.
You know, I feel bad for Anthony, our photographer this morning, because we asked Kate, where's the best spot to send him?
Yeah.
And what we mean by that, where's the worst spot to send him? Poor Anthony. Yes, he is. Kate will buy you coffee, Anthony, later today. But we are in storm team alert on this Veterans Day.
We are. We're tracking snow all around the region this morning. We'll show you a look here around the state. On your left, Buffalo, some areas south of the city.
No, on your left now it's going to be Central Square.
Oh, that is Central Square.
Central
okay.
Square. Yep, and then on your right you have
there.
Buffalo and Rochester there as well. So boy, look at how fat those flakes are falling there, Kate, in Central Square.
Yeah, we're in good company around here. This lake effect, it's pretty widespread, not only across the state, but even we've had a lot of lake effect happening parts of Michigan. Now all that energy has moved eastbound into us, and we are now underway with our first lake effect event of the season. About time, right? So we have some heavier snow happening right at the Oswego and Jefferson County line up in the Tug Hill. Then we bring it on down 81. Yeah, Central Square really getting the brunt of it from Fulton, parts of Minetto as well. Phoenix, you're right on the edge there, getting it with some of that snow and just about to cross into the Onondaga County line in Clay this morning. That Route 41 corridor there across the county is going to be a little bit of a rough go for you. So this is additional snowfall. This is on top of the several inches that has already fallen overnight. We'll pick up a new 2 to 5 inches of snowfall before the day is over with, and that's for within like that heavy snow band right there. Everyone is cold, everyone is windy today. Feels like temperatures in the 20s.
Hey, if you haven't already, now is the screen right now to download it. It is also available in the App Store and Google Play.
Now to a
This is a Storm Team Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
And a very good snowy Tuesday morning to you on this Veterans Day. We are dealing with our first lake effect snow event of the season. This is coming to you live in Central Square, where it has been coming down. The roads are very greasy and snow covered. You really need to budget the extra time if you were coming out of the northern suburbs, southern Oswego County for you this morning. This is where we've seen our heaviest snowfall in the last couple of hours here. Yeah, those roads are definitely slippery. Everyone's taking it nice and easy. We're kind of getting into our winter mode driving around here. We have to kind of remember how to kind of do things again after having such dry, lovely weather this fall. It was pretty good, and now we're kind of nosediving into winter. Here's Clay, not that far down. This is Route 31 in Baldwinsville. We're in a little bit of a lull at the moment, but a lot of these roads have also been very slick and snow covered. 27 degrees right now, and it feels like 15. It is windy out there. So this is additional snowfall. This is on top of the 2 to 5 that has already fallen overnight. So we'll see an additional 2 to 5 inches of snow, especially where it's been coming down real good. We'll probably see an extra about 3, 4, 5 inches of snow on top of probably the 3 inches you guys have already gotten. And this is expected to shift down into the Syracuse area as the morning goes on, including that kind of peak morning commute time around 7 o'clock or so. Your temperatures for today, though, everyone's staying cold in the 30s. It's windy, so our feels like temperatures in the 20s today, quite gusty. So this is a pretty big system. You know, a lot of lake effect going on. We're in good company here from Buffalo to Rochester and Syracuse. Even Binghamton getting in on the action this morning. But we are really seeing the heaviest and steadiest of this snow in parts of the Tug Hill, northern Oswego County, and then on the other side of Oswego County, going out of Fulton, Minetto, kind of going across 49 here over towards Phoenix, just about to get into town of Clay here. We're right on the border, extending over towards Constantia and over Oneida Lake at the moment. We even got a steadier burst coming right off from Wolcott over towards Cato. So please be careful. A lot of these secondary roads, back roads, they are going to be slick and snow covered. Plan on doubling your commute time this morning just to give yourself ample amount of time to get to where you need to for today. I mean, the schools are off today, so that's good, but if if a lot of you still have to work today, just keep that in mind for your commute. We're still dealing with this lake effect. These advisories don't expire until 6 o'clock tonight. We're still in it through this evening. At least the evening commute should be better than this morning. The wind shifts to the southwest tonight, out ahead of our next system. We're keeping our weather pretty active here tonight and tomorrow. Tomorrow, it's mostly kind of a rain-snow mix. Lower elevations, you got some rain mixing in with temperatures mid to upper 30s. And then you go up in elevation, you're seeing some of that wet, slushy snow with an additional about 1 to 3 inches of accumulation. Same deal on Thursday, too, and even Friday. Saturday will dry it out. Highs around 40. And we have upper 40s with another rain-snow mix Sunday night into Monday.
Okay, right now it is 5:16. We're looking.
This is a Storm Team Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
All right, we've got our first lake effect snow event of the season underway right now. We have a couple of bands here that are very productive. This one from Walcott extending over towards Cato, kind of flirting with Baldwinsville, Camillus, Jordan, Elbridge area. This one, though, very productive from Fulton to Central Square, and of course up on the Tug Hill as well. This is on top of what has already fallen, but in the heavier snow bands, an additional about 2 to 5 inches on top of the 2 to 5 inches that has already fallen. That's going to bring the grand total for a lot of you, where it's been coming down really, really heavy, about, say, 7, 8, 9 inches of snow by the time this is all wrapped up. It's cold. It's 27 degrees, but you know what? We are feeling the cold with a lot of us. Look at that. Orlando is down to 38 degrees. They had a lot of cold weather advisories and frost advisories down in the Sunshine State. Feels like temperatures today in the 20s because of how breezy it is today. Tomorrow, we're still dealing with some snow showers mixing in with some rain. Same deal on Thursday and Friday. Looking pretty dry, though, right now on Saturday.
No, and they're the nice fat flakes. I like those.
Yeah, I mean, if you're shoveling it, you might say, well, it's not that pretty. But it is light, the lighter snow, which is nice.
A little bit, yeah. In some spots, it's starting to pile up. You know, when I left this morning, I barely had a ½ inch.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, that's tolerable. But you know, those northern suburbs, they are getting it this morning.
Yeah, the snow does not seem to stop after most of Central New York got their first taste of winter. This morning in Central Square, the snow sticking up north of the Thruway. This is a live look right now in the Village, Central Square, near the fire department there.
It looks breezy too there, Kate.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Whipping winds.
Yeah, everyone is cold, and the wind chills today in the 20s.
Looks like they are taking it easy, though.
Yeah, which is good. I mean, you definitely should. I mean, it took me not exactly double time. Once I got south of the Thruway, everything was okay on 481, but it tacked on an extra about 8 minutes onto my commute this morning. So if you are coming out of Oswego County or traveling around Oswego County, definitely want to take it nice and easy, and especially on those secondary roads. We're starting to pick things up in parts of Cayuga County as well, coming out of Walcott, extending over towards Cato, kind of along 31, and then down just north of Elbridge, Camillus area, even a little bit of Beeville. Let's zip it on up to the Tug Hill. Let's start up north and work our way down. Redfield dealing with some heavier snow. Minetto, Fulton, going across 49, Palermo, over towards Phoenix. Central Square has really been getting hammered. And this band extends all the way out to Rome and then continues into eastern New York. So in those heavier snow bands, you're going to see an additional 2 to 5 inches. That's on top of the 2 to 5 that has already fallen overnight.
A lot more snow expected today, but you know what? We're not phased when the flakes fall. We know how to handle it, but it's still not pleasant on November 11th to have it.
You know, we're built for this around here.
We kind of are.
We are hardy folk.
Yes.
News Channel 9's Allie Elkins catching up with some kids and teens experiencing their first snowfall of the season.
On a chilly day in November, there's something in the air.
No!
Yesterday was the first snow of the season, to be exact.
I looked outside of my window and I just fell on my bed.
Something these Central New Yorkers look forward to.
So we originally came out to study. We went to Cafe Kubal, but then it was like snowing, and we were like, let's go
Christmas
do our Christmas shopping. Yep.
And while not everyone's thrilled,
I was expecting fall to last a little bit longer, and I was expecting to see the trees stay a little bit prettier. I mean, Thanksgiving isn't even here yet.
Morgan Thomas came prepared with layers. She even walked to work this morning.
I'm starting to like it. If I can do this, I mean, we'll see when the snow starts really piling on.
Because according to Morgan,
I always say there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing.
wise words for anyone planning on braving the cold. In Syracuse, Allie Elkins, News Channel 9.
If you haven't already, now is the time to get your Storm Team app. Scan that QR code right there on your screen to download it for free. Also available in the App Store and Google Play.
After 42 days, the
This is a Storm Team Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
All right, good morning, everybody. Here's a live view right now in Central Square. It has been coming down good in southern Oswego County for the last couple of hours. We've picked up at least a few inches of snowfall, but waiting to get more and more reports as more of you are waking up this morning. Our fewer weather watchers. There's a plow. Oh, yeah, there's a plow coming through. Here's what it looks like right now. Route 31. This is in Baldwinsville. This is at Liverpool Pool and Spa. I got Hickory Hill Golf Course across the streets. This is right at the town line of Town of Clay and then over towards Lysander. So we got 27 degrees right now. It's cold. It's windy. It feels like 14 outside. So a lot of you have already seen a few inches of snow. This is additional snowfall. This is on top of what has already fallen overnight. So we'll see for today, this morning through tonight, an additional 2 to 5 inches of snowfall before the day is wrapped up. So that's going to bring a lot of you, especially where it's been coming down pretty hard, upwards of a half foot or more of snow by the time this is all wrapped up for tonight. Temperatures, this is what everyone is feeling, the 30s, and it feels more like the 20s when you factor in that wind. Here's your satellite and radar. So big picture here, we are in good company, pretty much the entire state and even parts of Pennsylvania dealing with this lake effect snow. So we'll be in good competition for that golden snowball from our friends across the thruway in Rochester and Buffalo. So we'll see how things land in the next 24 hours. All right, so here we go. Where you see the yellows, that snowfall rate's about 1 inch per hour. Dealing with that from central Jefferson County down 81. This is where it's really been coming down good, just outside of Oswego, Minetto, Fulton, extending across 49 into Central Square. Brewerton now getting really in on it, and it's just right on the edge of Town of Clay, about to get into Cicero. Also over towards Cato and Walcott, very, very heavy snow, and then extending right over towards Baldwinsville as it kind of goes over towards Camillus and eventually Marcellus. So we're dealing with this lake effect. It's going to really impact your morning commute for a lot of you, adding on additional time as we are navigating the snow-covered roads, and for a lot of us, maybe for the first time this season. So we're kind of getting our bearings again, getting back into that winter driving mode. Lunchtime, it's still snowing in a lot of spots here, and it's cold enough for this snow to stick. When it's not snowing, it is cold and windy. Our advisories don't expire until 6 o'clock tonight, so we're still expecting snow to still be hanging around central New York through this evening. Notice how things are lifting back north tonight. That's because our wind is shifting back to the southwest. And this is actually ahead of our next system. We got another wave moving over us tomorrow, and we'll likely pick up an additional, at least a slushy coating to 1 inch or 2 more so in the Tug Hill. Could see an additional 2 to 5 inches of snow tomorrow up in the Tug Hill. Then you can see some rain mixing in here midday tomorrow because our temperatures are above freezing. So we got a very busy week coming at us because we have another rain snow event happening Thursday and Friday. Saturday's dry. Then we got another one Sunday night into Monday. Onondaga County, even down towards Cortland, we've seen some decent snowfall going on. So it'll be interesting to see who's going to get an early lead on the Golden Snowball contest across, because Rochester and Buffalo are also getting some snow today. So this is on top of what has already fallen, about an additional 2 to 5 inches during the day today. We are in the 30s today. It's cold. We're going to have some snow overnight. Rain snow for tomorrow. This is snow map for tomorrow's snow. Now, there's really not much in the Tug Hill. We could see about maybe 5 up to 6 inches of snowfall. This is for tonight and throughout the day tomorrow. Now, most of us in lower elevations, though, we'll just have some rain mixing in. So we have 40s returning tomorrow and the rest of the week. So a lot of elevation-based precipitation going on here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday looks pretty quiet, so that'll give us a little breather.
Well, speaking of snow, how about this? Now that we're into the snowy season, we are testing to see how much you remember from last winter. We're actually asking how many inches of snow did Syracuse winter. You'll have to sit this one out, Kate. I know you know it. But I mean, this is down to like the points. Like I mean, it's really.
Oh, we're being specific.
Yeah, we're being very specific.
I know we're over 100 something.
We will answer in the 6 o'clock hour.
SYR TV Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the morning news.
It's here.
It is here.
Not only 6 o'clock, but the snow is here.
We said winter's coming.
Yep, it is said. Hold my coffee. Here I come. Welcome in. You have Ryan and Rachel here on this November 11th. It is Veterans Day, so a big thank you to those who served our country.
And we are tracking snow all around the region this morning. Here's a look around the state. The salt trucks are out in Central Square. That's on your left there. The Flower City, Rochester, dreaming of warmer days on the bottom right there. And there's Buffalo in the top right, where the flakes are falling down.
All right, and let's head out the door here. This is 690, I believe. This is Tom Cunningham, another of our photographers there on the road, checking out conditions, as you can see.
Not too bad.
No, just the wet pavement there, but a much different story in Central Square, for sure.
Yeah, with lake effect, you know, you have to be prepared for quick changeable conditions, because where you may live may be totally fine, and then depending on where you're traveling to, well, that's where you could hit the snow, and then all of a sudden the roads are just so slippery. So just be careful. Yeah, depending on where you are in 690, it's going to be fine, but then you go up 81 into Oswego County, not so much. Let's take a little bit of a closer view here. We have some steadier snow from Walcott over towards Cato and extending down into Camilla. So yeah, that part of 690 is going to be okay, but then you go over towards 49, 481 from Minetto, from Fulton to Palermo, Phoenix, Central Square getting hammered right now. This is pretty much following Route 49 all the way across the county, and even out towards Rome is where we still have some steadier snow into Oneida County, and even our friends up north, Adams, Sandy Creek, Redfield, seeing some of that heavy snow as well. All right, so this is what you can expect of additional snowfall. A lot of you have already seen 2 to 5 inches of snow, so you'll see an additional 2 to 5 by the end of the day. And so a lot of you are going to be firing up the snow blowers for the first time this season. We have a little bit more snow tomorrow, too. We'll talk more about that in a few minutes.
If you haven't already, now is the time to get our Storm Team app. You can scan that QR code on the screen right now to download it. It's also available in the App Store and Google Play.
Now to a national.
This is a Storm Team alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
All right, good morning, everybody. Hey, Central Square. There's something you haven't seen in a little while. We got some snow, and it's coming down pretty good. It's been happening for the last about 2, 3, 4 hours or so. All night we've been having some of the heaviest and steadiest of the snow in parts of central and southern Oswego County. Snowfall rates as high as 1 inch per hour. I've heard reports of several inches of snow. This is in Baldwinsville, right at the town of Lysander and town of Clay border here. So that's Hickory Hill Golf Course across the street for reference. 31 is slick and snow covered. Everyone is taking it nice and easy, which you definitely want to do. A lot of the roads in the northern suburbs are going to be snow covered. So a slower go for your morning commute for a lot of you. It's 27 degrees right now. It feels like 14. It is cold. This is additional snowfall on top of what has already fallen, which a lot of you in the more persistent bands have already seen about 2 to 5 inches of snow. And so we'll see more of that happening during the day today. Remember, these alerts, they don't expire until tonight. And even if you're not seeing the snow, which there are plenty of you that will not get a lot of snow today, but you are certainly feeling the cold. A lot of the whole East Coast, even down to Florida, we have very cold temperatures and feels like temperatures in the 20s because of that wind. So we got this big piece of energy. We have A lot of snow happening here in the Syracuse area, but also from Rochester and to Buffalo. So we are in good company here. It'll be interesting to see who gets a jump start in the Golden Snowball contest here after today. But our steadiest lake effect has been happening up in the Tug Hill area where you see the yellows. That is snowfall rates about 1 inch per hour right up towards Montague, down towards Sandy Creek, Redfield. We go down 81 here. This band has been very persistent from Minetto, Fulton. I've heard of at least 2 to 3 inches of snow and counting. Palermo extending along 41 into Central Square. Brewerton now getting in on the snow just over the county line. This is the snow that we just saw on our camera right there along Route 31 or just south of 31. This is going into Cato and Walcott. So yeah, we're just getting going. This is going to give us a slower morning commute. Definitely budget the extra time as you're heading out the door. You're going to have cars to clean off. You're going to have snowy roads, navigating your neighborhoods, and maybe a plow hasn't come through yet. You want to give yourself plenty of time to get out the door. Now, there's no school today, so that's good, but a lot of you probably still have to work today, and so just keep that in mind for your plans. All right, by this afternoon, the evening commute should be a little bit better, but there's still going to be some lake effect snow falling from the sky. Temperatures are in the 30s. Tonight, this lifts back north. Southwest wind kicking in. We got our next system. We're going to keep our weather very active here all the way through the end of the week. Tomorrow's those featuring both rain and snow, depending on where you are. Very elevation dependent here. Tug Hill and the hills south of Syracuse. Best chance of picking up about 2 to 4 inches of snow for tomorrow. And we do it again on Thursday. And we do it again on Friday. We'll catch a break on Saturday before we do it again on Sunday into Monday. Yay, November. Yay.
Well,
Yay. Remember when it was 80 like 3 weeks ago?
you know, I do remember that. I also remember last year in the snow that we received. And so we were asking this question for a question of the day. How many inches of snow did Syracuse get last winter? Now, usually the official is the airport, right? That's where this is landing.
Officially.
And we are getting technical here.
Yes.
So check out these.
Yeah.
This is tough.
Kate, obviously
yeah.
you know. I will say, from what people are saying on Facebook, it looks like people are split between C and D.
Okay.
So what do you say?
Don't cheat.
I'll say C.
Okay. I'll say D. 6:45.
Okay.
We'll answer.
In this morning's GMA First Look.
This is a Storm Team Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
And another check at a very busy radar. We haven't had a view like this in several months, and we are dealing with where you see the yellows and the darker purples. That's the heavier snow. Where you see the yellow, though, that's our threshold for about 1 inch per hour. It has been very persistent for a while now, from Minetto to Fulton, extending across Phoenix. Central Square has been really getting the brunt, and this band goes all the way to Rome. Got another one. It's been a little broken now a little bit, but we're still dealing with some of that snow even down towards Cortland. So this morning's commute, you want to plan the extra time as you're heading out the door. Some of you are fine, while others, those roads are slick and snow covered. So please be careful, especially through construction zones. Should be a little bit better for the evening commute. Our snow is not quite as widespread at that point, and it's starting to lift back north because of the wind shifting around ahead of tomorrow's little system. We got a little bit of rain, a little bit of snow.
Okay.
Most of the snow is in the higher elevations, but yeah, we got a busy week.
We sure do. The seasonal count has started when it comes to this year's snowfall.
Oh, yeah. What are we at? 1 or 2.
Let's take you all the way back to last year for the question of the day. Obviously, some people were saying it's a good old classic winter last year. How many inches of snow did Syracuse actually get? This is the official total at the airport.
Official at the airport.
Okay, so we are being real technical here. 114.6, 114.8. 115.4 or 115.9 inches.
I don't want anybody to cheat, but is this in the actual Storm Team calendar?
No.
No? Okay.
No, because that calendar was printed before last season.
115 is just like sticking out to me. I don't know C or D, so I'm saying C.
All right. I'll go
say it was
D.
the first time we had over 100 inches in 5 years, but it was still technically below normal.
That doesn't help us. These are all
No,
100.
it doesn't. That's why I'm just throwing that out there.
Thanks for nothing.
6:45 will answer.
Flakes coming down. So pretty to look at.
It is 6:30. on a Tuesday morning. Thank you again for joining us. We are in Storm Team Alert.
That's right.
Tracking the lake effect snow this morning all across the region.
Yeah. Roads in Syracuse looking slippery in the Salt City. Salt trucks expected anytime now. Much different story up north. The snow hitting Central Square hard. That's on the left of your screen right here. And on the right, you can see Buffalo and Rochester. And our photographer, Tom, in the top right there, driving on 690 toward Baldwinsville.
Yeah. You can stop and have a cup of coffee there, Tom. It's on Kate this morning. She's feeling very generous. But yeah, it's
it got a lot of Dunkin' points.
You always say location matters, and look at Central Square.
I know, it is coming down there, Kate.
It has been rocking and rolling. I mean, snowfall rate's about 1 inch per hour for the last several hours at this point. You know, that band has been very productive. It hasn't really moved that far south either. It's been hanging out in southern Oswego County. So, yeah, out towards Cato, they've been in and out of some of that heavy snow. Things kind of breaking up just a little bit, but from Fulton extending across 49 into Central Square, West Monroe, Constantia, Cleveland, just kind of hugging that northern shoreline of Oneida Lake. It has really been coming down, even starting to move into town of Clay, a little bit in Cicero, but this goes all the way out to Rome and beyond. And of course, our friends up north in the Tug Hill getting their fair share as well. So this is new snowfall on top of what has already fallen. So this is what you can expect to drop during the day today. Another 2 to 5 inches of some snow. And of course, not everyone gets all this snow, but everyone is treated to a cold, blustery day. It's in the 30s and feels like temperatures in the 20s.
Thank you so much. A lot more snow expected today. You just heard Kate mention that. For some Central New Yorkers, we are seeing our first major snowfall. But you know what? We're not fazed by this.
No way. We're hardy folk around here. News Channel 9's Allie Elkins catching up with some kids and teens about what they're experiencing for their first snowfall.
On a chilly day in November, there's something in the air.
No!
Yesterday was the first snow of the season, to be exact.
I looked outside of my window and I just fell on my bed.
Something these Central New Yorkers look forward to.
So we originally came out to study. We went to Cafe Kubal, but then it was like snowing, and we were like, let's go
Christmas
do
music
our
playing.
Christmas shopping. Yep.
And while not everyone's thrilled,
I was expecting fall to last a little bit longer, and I was expecting to see the trees stay a little bit prettier. I mean, Thanksgiving isn't even here yet.
Morgan Thomas came prepared with layers. She even walked to work this morning.
I'm starting to like it. If I can do this, I mean, we'll see when the snow starts really piling on.
Because according to Morgan,
I always say there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing.
wise words for anyone planning on braving the cold. In Syracuse, Allie Elkins, News Channel 9.
Storm Team Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
And a good Tuesday morning on this Veterans Day. We are dealing with our first lake effect snow event of the season. This is live in Central Square, where it has been coming down up to 1 inch per hour at times in the village of Central Square. And for a lot of us along Route 39, or 49, I should say, it has been a slow go. So please take it easy as you were out and about. You got that low visibility. The roads are slick and snow covered. DPW is out there doing their best to keep up with things. But for a lot of you in Oswego County, it has been a slow go. Here's what it looks like just over the border along Route 31 in Onondaga County. 31, traffic moving along okay. We're taking things slow. It's been in and out of some light to moderate snowfall in the northern part of the county. 27 degrees. Feels like the teens out there. So this is how much snow you can expect on top of the 2 to 5 inches that has already fallen overnight. So this is additional snowfall for today through this evening. About another 2 to 5 inches of snow also in the Tug Hill, and then lesser amounts outside of that. So everyone is also very cold today. Our highs are in the 30s. We had our coldest day since early April yesterday, and we'll do that again today. It's breezy too. Wind chill temperatures in the 20s. We are in good company. It's not just us dealing with the snow. It's from the North Country to across the thruway from Rochester to of Buffalo, and even in parts of Pennsylvania. And so all of our lake effect snow cities are getting a nice early jump on the golden snowball contest here. So let's take you through on the radar what's going on. Tug Hill, we are seeing some steady snow. A lot of the snowmobilers are going to be happy with that, getting a little jump start on getting some base going on. Then you go down towards Central Square. Constantia on the northern shoreline of Oneida Lake. It has been coming down, including Palermo, over near Phoenix, and even out towards northern Cayuga County, Wayne County. So this is going to continue throughout the morning. All right, it's a slower go, especially if you are coming from the northern suburbs southbound. You're going to be running into some of that steady snow, and it is going to give you a bit of a rough ride with the snow-covered roads that drop in visibility. So plan the extra time before you head out the door. Now, thankfully, there's no school to worry about with the buses or anything, but if you do have to work today, plan for that extra time. The evening commute does look a little bit better. It's still going to be snowing in some spots, but at least it shouldn't be too bad. We got this band kind of lifting back north later on this evening because our wind is shifting. Out ahead of our next system, we got another little short wave moving by tomorrow. That will give us some higher elevation wet snow, some rain mixing in because our temperatures are near 40 degrees for tomorrow. So in the higher terrain, Tug Hill and the hills south of Syracuse could see another couple of inches of snow tomorrow, and again on Thursday, and again on Friday, before we'll catch a break on Saturday before we do it again on Sunday into Monday.
Sounds like a pattern.
Yeah, a little bit. Hello, November.
Hello, November. Well, let's go way back into the time machine. Last year, we had a good classic winter, if you remember, and that brought over 100 inches of snow. That was Kate's only hint today. Very nice of you, by the way.
Did not help
in
at
5 years, though.
Yeah,
It's a big deal.
we're asking how many inches of snow did Syracuse get last winter? This is the official total at the airport. So you see the options
Palermo's
there.
like, what are you talking about? I got that in a week.
Yes.
Last week.
And I'm saying C. Ryan, you're saying D.
I think so, but full transparency, I'm just copying most people on Facebook, what they're saying. So the answer is, oh, there it is.
Finally.
115.4.
I've been on a cold streak.
You have
It's about
been.
time.
You warm up on the snow. Go figure,
Look at
right?
that.
Yeah, Syracuse currently holds the title of the snowiest big city in upstate New York. The city won the Golden Snowball Trophy this past winter after Buffalo held the title for the 3 years in a row. But the Queen City only got 77 inches of snow last winter. We'll be right back.
Enjoy amazing.
We're looking at a view we haven't seen in a while. Lake effect snow. Our heaviest snow band is happening out in Tug Hill and right in southern Oswego County and northern Oneida County. It's been getting a little bit farther south. We're expecting an additional 2 to 5 inches on top of the 2 to 5 inches that we've already had overnight. So please be careful on those roads. They are going to be slick and snow covered in a lot of spots, especially in our northern suburbs. So just be careful on those secondary roads. Tomorrow, we got a little bit of rain mixing in on top of some higher terrain snow. Could see additional couple of inches. And we'll do it again Thursday and Friday. But Saturday is not bad.
Well, happy Veterans Day. Thank you for your service. We'll see you tomorrow.